real time.
Not on our dime.
Tax breaks for settler violence.
Not on our dime.
Another settler war crime.
Not on our dime.
Palestine.
Not on our dime.
Tax cut in real time.
Not on our dime.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? We are here because we are outraged. Right now, Israeli President Isaac Herzog, who is overseeing the forced expulsion of Palestinian families from their homes, is in New York meeting with Mayor Eric Adams and the We are here to say loud and clear, he is not welcome in our city. We are outraged because we just witnessed the Israeli military carry out an utterly brutal invasion of the densely populated Palestinian city of Jenin.
Are you telling me that was a niece?
Is she here?
No, I just heard it.
We know each other on social media. If she's here, I'd say hi. I just don't know. You haven't seen her yet?
Setting homes and cars ablaze and terrorizing families. We are here because day after day, week after week, we are witnessing an onslaught of ever-escalating army and settler brutality from the racist apartheid state of Israel. Let me say it again, the racist apartheid state of Israel. If the shoe fits, you wear it. This is designed so that Palestinians leave altogether. And so, we are here in our outreach. We are also here because of 75 years of Palestinian resistance. Palestinian refusal to submit. Palestinian commitment to life. The narrative is changing, and we can see how desperate the Israeli fascists are by their increasing brutality on the ground. We are here to meet Palestinian steadfastness with meaningful solidarity. And this is what solidarity looks like. We are here because we are committed to indigenous sovereignty, and we understand the connection between where we stand right here on the ancestral homelands of the Iraqi people, the Atlantic forest, Palestine.
First of all, give it up for Esther. All right. Can you hear me like this? Yeah. Can you hear me like this? Yeah. All right, I'm going to try it like this. Let's do it, Dominic! While it may feel like it's on the other side of the globe, the Israeli state and settler brutality that we're talking about is made possible by complicity right here in the United States. We've known about some of this for a while. We know, for example, that the United States is giving the Israeli government $3.8 billion, with a B, billion dollars every single year in military funding. We know that the United States is shielding Israel from any accountability, whether it's at the UN, whether it's at other international institutions, or whether it's by inviting the president of an apartheid state to City Hall or to the halls of Congress. Isn't that right?
Right.
But is that so many of the settlers who are terrorizing Palestinians are getting their funding from right here in New York State. Who knew about that? Organizations masquerading as charities are funneling hundreds of millions of dollars to ethnic cleansing. And New York allows these organizational nonprofits and gives them nonprofit status. So they get tax breaks, which means it is boo, it is boo. Which means New York is subsidizing those war crimes. Who can stop this?
We can!
Who can stop this?
We can!
We can stop this!
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 I think we can stop this. That's why a coalition of grassroots and legal organizations came together to launch the Not in Our Dime campaign and the Not in Our Dime Act. The Not in Our Dime Act is the first piece of legislation which affirmatively supports Palestinian rights in New York. And it's the first of its kind in the United States. We are at a historic crossroads. We're here today to call on our representatives to support this bill and end New York State's complicity in Israeli apartheid. Should New York State be subsidizing the ethnic cleansing of Palestine?
No!
Should New York State be subsidizing the ethnic cleansing of Palestine?
No!
Should New York State be subsidizing the ethnic cleansing of Palestine?
No!
Should our elected officials allow tax breaks for war crimes?
No!
Should our elected officials allow tax breaks for war crimes?
No!
Are we going to stand by as families are brutalized by settler mobs that are getting funded right here?
No!
Are we?
No!
Are we going to stand by?
No!
Let's give it up for Tariq over here. My name is Esther Farmer. I'm a member of Jewish Voice for Peace. And I am a proud anti-Zionist Jew. I come from a long line of anti-Zionist Jews. My family came from Palestine. They were Palestinian Jews, and yes, we exist. This gives me a certain perspective, and I'm here to tell you that there is nothing more Jewish than anti-Zionism. There is nothing more Jewish than, as my mother used to say, we are Jews for justice, not just us. I am particularly proud of the Not on Our Dime coalition who is leading this action. Check out these organizations that are working together and be inspired. The Center for Constitutional Rights, the Family Justice Project, the Palestinian Youth Movement, New York City Democratic Socialist of America, the U.S. Campaign for Palestinian Rights, Jewish Voice for Peace, and of course the wonderful New York State Assembly member Zoran Mamdani. We introduced this bill, and let me tell you, I never thought in my lifetime that I would see an elected representative and many elected representatives supporting this bill.
Shame on you!
Shame on you!
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
campaign for Palestinian rights. I'm also a professor at the CUNY School of Law. Never heard of it. We have a long tradition of faculty, students, and staff who push back against power and hold power to account. Whether it's right here in New York City, or whether it's apartheid regimes from South Africa to Israel.
That's right.
I'm honored to be a part of the core team which has spent literal years together, day by day and week by week, developing the Not on Our Dime campaign. From a place of commitment, from a place of care, from a place of rage, and from a place of deep love and solidarity. If you are here at an action like this for the first time, welcome. We are glad to have you in your sincerity. If you're at a Palestine action for the umpteenth time, it's great to be in it for the long haul with all of you. Regardless, each one of you should feel proud that you're now part of the groundbreaking Not on Our Dime campaign.
Just a couple of housekeeping and accessibility things. There are chairs over there. If you're sitting, please give it up for somebody who needs it. If you're hot and need water, we have over 100 bottles of water from Sarah over here. If you need to go inside to cool off, Macy's is right here. Anyone needs a K95 mask, we also have masks available. Our police liaison is Audrey. Okay. Ask that you not speak to the police. We have said the liaison is the only person to engage. If there are any counter-protesters or safety team is on it, we ask that you don't engage. Focus on us. They are here to distract us. Don't fall for it.
That's right.
Our job is to build our energy and power together and focus it on where we intend it. If you see the press, we have designated press spokespeople. Jay, right here, and Emily, right here, right there. Please direct the press to them.
So, we're going to introduce our speakers. Are we ready for them?
Yeah!
Are you ready for them? Let's receive them with love and with warmth. We're going to hear first from one of our stalwart organizers who's thrown down so hard for this campaign and brings so much leadership and commitment to the movement. From Adala Justice Project and the DSA, please welcome Sumaya Awad.
Yes, Sumaya!
Can you hear me? I asked myself earlier today, why am I coming out to this rally specifically? of history, of culture, of people's lives on the daily. These are not instances of violence. This is daily violence. It does not stop. It has not ended. It's been over 70 years of this.
Hey, right!
And every Israeli government, every new Israeli government is just worse from the one before. Right now, Israel has a government that is openly aligning with the settlers, that is openly egging them on to continue the theft of Palestinian land. These are not instances of violence. This is systematic, organized, mass land theft. That is the settlement movement. It is systematic land theft, and it is organized. And it is organizing in our city and our state. And that is why we launched Not on Our Dime. To say there is an asymmetry of power is an understatement. Israeli soldiers give cover to Israeli settlers as they burn Palestinian olive groves, as they facilitate home demolitions, as they force Palestinians out of their homes overnight. And then the next morning, the audacity, the next morning, they bus in settlers, Jewish Israeli settlers, to take over those same homes. There are Palestinians in East Jerusalem who are living with Israeli settlers in their backyards, who claim that those are their homes. And you know what? Some of these settlers come right here from New York City, from Staten Island. We're here to say no more funding for this violence. Every institution, from Amnesty International Human Rights Watch to the International Criminal Court, to frankly, to our own U.S. government, has said that settlements are illegal under international law. So why are we funding them? What excuse do people have for continuing to fund them and for allowing our state to do so? Why are we supporting this? If you're elected in New York City, why are you supporting this? There is nothing defensible about apartheid and ethnic cleansing. They're trying to make it really hard for us to talk about these issues. They're trying to scare people. They're trying to shame people. But guess what? We will not be shamed. We will not be shamed for standing up for Palestinian rights. We will not be shamed for saying, no, we don't want to fund apartheid. We are proud of it. We are loud about it. We are public about it. And we won't stop. We're New Yorkers. And we care about this because foreign policy is domestic policy. That's right. We care about this because it's happening in our state. We're New Yorkers. We're Palestinians. And we say no. This is not going to keep going in our state. This is not what it means to be a New Yorker. Being a New Yorker means we say no to funneling money for violence. Being a New Yorker means no to funding crimes against humanity. And that's why we're here. That's why we're here today. And we're going to ask by saying, you're not alone in this movement. We're actually no longer just preaching to the choir. We know that we're winning the argument. There's all this data coming out that's showing we are winning the argument. More and more people are saying no to Israeli apartheid. More and more people are saying no more funding for Israel from the U.S. So you are not alone in this. So stand proud and loud. And yes, it's difficult. Of course it's difficult. If it were easy, you think we'd still be fighting after 70 years? No. Of course it's difficult. But you're not alone. And our numbers are growing. Be on the right side of justice now. Don't wait. Don't wait for years. Be on the right side of justice now. So you have to support this bill. Yes. You have to support this campaign. Talk to your neighbors. Talk to your co-workers. Talk to people on the subway. Tell them we have to support this campaign. This is happening in our own backyard. Not on our dime. Not on our watch. Not on our dime.
that we're winning. A poll just came out the other day showing that more Democrats sympathize with Palestinians than Israelis for the first time in history. We are winning! 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 We are winning now! Or catch the train later, but don't miss it. Next, we are so grateful for the leadership and powerful organizing of the Palestinian youth movement, who has been core and central to this campaign. And we are grateful to have Kaleem Hawa here from the Palestinian youth movement.
Hi everyone! Hi! Can you guys hear me? Yeah. All right. I'm here with the Palestinian Youth Movement. We're the largest transnational, independent, and grassroots organization of Arab and Palestinian youth fighting for the total liberation of our homeland in Palestine. We are here today to demand that New York State stop financing the expulsion and dispossession of our fellow Palestinians from their lands and from their homes. More than $60 million have been funneled from New York-based and registered charities to illegal Zionist settlements.
Shame!
Subsidized by our tax dollars. And not on our dime act seeks to end this practice. We are here today to speak out in strong support of this bill as part of the international call for solidarity with the Palestinians in Al-Naqab, Al-Khalil, Sheikh Jarrah, Musafir Yatta, and many other places where Palestinians are on the front lines resisting settler violence while New Yorkers get tax breaks. The first thing you all need to understand is how these so-called charities operate. Groups in Palestine, like the Settler Association, Ataret Kohanim, have filed dozens of lawsuits in the Palestinian town of Silwan, seeking the eviction and dispossession of Palestinians from their lands and from their homes. Just this January, for example, the Israeli courts ordered Nasser Rajabi and his family to leave their generational homes in Silwan to make room for Jewish settlers who have no connection to the land and who have no connection to those homes. As it was during the Nakba of 1948, the Zionist project remains the same. Zionists in, Palestinians out. And we are here today to say that this practice must end. Specifically, what are we asking for? We are here today demanding the revocation of the charitable statuses of groups like the Central Fund of Israel. Central Fund of Israel. The MZ Foundation. The Hebron Fund. And the Friends of Ataret Kohanim, where we'll be marching later today. All of these organizations and all of the other Zionist settler organizations are actively funding the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians. And as people living in New York City, we must understand that these so-called charitable organizations are grown in our own backyards. This is a moral stain on this city, and just goes to show the deep connections between U.S. imperialism and Zionism, which seeks to colonize the land and homes of Palestine. The Not on Our Dime Act is, of course, just the beginning of what solidarity with the Palestinian liberation movement can look like for all of you here today. We need to end the billions of dollars of funding that the U.S. Congress provides the Zionist entity each and every year. We need to end the transfer of weapons and technologies of war that are used to oppress Palestinians, and that which groups like American technology companies like Google and Amazon are complicit in. We need to end exchange programs with the NYPD.
Yes!
And all the other U.S. police departments where the Israeli cops train our pigs. We need to end the unlimited support for indefinite not a charity, and we must cut off this monetary lifeline once and for all.
Ethnic cleansing is not charity. Ethnic cleansing is not charity. Ethnic on our dime. Not on our dime.
Not on our dime.
Not on our dime.
Not on our dime.
Vote out the Democrats to the budget. We are so grateful
Let me slide in.
to have the partnership of movement lawyers in this coalition. And some of the most brilliant legal minds are involved in what we're doing. They are also movement leaders who help us put legal tools in the hands of the people. Please welcome one of the best there is from the Center for Constitutional Rights, my sister, Diana Shamad.
Can you all hear me? I need a bullhorn. Can you all hear me? Right. Not on our dime.
Not on our dime.
That is the bare minimum.
That's right.
Let us be clear on what not on our dime is. It's the bare minimum. What it does is that it says that funding war crimes is not a charitable purpose.
Right.
We have images of Israeli settlers wearing the logo of their organizations on their t-shirts while they are expelling Palestinian farmers from their fields. Entire villages like Khan al-Ahmar or Masafir Yatta from their ancestral lands. They brag about it. Organizations like Adalet Kohanim, their mission statement basically says that they intend to replace Palestinians with Jews. And all of these organizations are funded right here in New York.
A Democrat.
Now, I'm a proud New Yorker. I'm also a Palestinian, born and raised in Jerusalem. And one of my homes is essentially subsidizing my expulsion, the eviction of my relatives, of my neighbors, of my community. And we're here to stop that. Land back. Don't tell me that it is unthinkable to demand this bare minimum. Don't tell us that it is pie in the sky to say that war crimes are not charitable. Don't tell us that it's unthinkable to say that our agencies and our institutions right here in New York should not be enforcing the law. It is the bare minimum. Do you want to know what is unthinkable?
What?
Is to expect that you can work and promote your work to expel Noura Soblaban from her home and celebrate it and fundraise right here in New York and not expect anybody to ask questions. Do you know what is unthinkable? Is that you can publicly boast about your role in removing entire Palestinian towns and expect that no one will ask any questions when you fundraise here in New York. It is unreasonable to expect that people won't organize and that people will do everything that it takes to stop it.
That's right.
Unfortunately, currently that is the reality. No one has been asking questions, and we are here to change that reality. I don't know how many ways I could say this, but legally, as a matter of basic moral principles, there is nothing controversial about this campaign, about this legislation. should say not on our dime. It is the most local issue. It is the bare minimum. And we are here to say not on our dime.
Not on our dime!
Not on our dime!
Not on our dime!
Not on our dime!
On Nakba in real time!
Not on our dime!
Funding Russell war crimes!
Not on our dime!
Funding settler war crimes!
Not on our dime!
On Nakba in time!
Not on our dime!
Ethnic cleansing Palestine!
Not on our dime!
Not on our dime!
Not on our dime!
Give it up for yourselves! Finally, we are so thrilled. We are so thrilled to have elected someone to office who is truly of the people. Please welcome the person who introduced this groundbreaking legislation and is courageously taking this fight to Albany, New York State Assembly member Zohran Mamdani. How we doing? Are we ready to end New York State's subsidy of settler crime? Are we ready to say not on our dime? When I grew up in this city, I grew up hearing a term of progressive accept Palestine. I grew up hearing that it was normal to hold an inconsistency only when it applied to Palestinians. I saw the politicians that I admired speak of universal rights and then draw the line right when it came to Palestinians. And I was told that that is simply how it is, it's how it has been, and it's how it will be. And when I decided to run for office, I was told to keep my thoughts on Palestine to myself if I wanted to win. I want to make it clear. I spoke every day to my constituents about the need for us to stand up in a consistent manner for justice for every single person, whether they are in Astoria or in Palestine. And then I got elected. And then I got re-elected. And here I am saying what I have been saying.
You're funding the problem.
Habibi, I'll talk
You're
to you after.
funding the
I
problem.
promise, I promise.
You're elected. You're funding the problem.
Progressive accept Palestine.
Let's get some change here.
Can I hear you guys say not on our dime with me? Not on our dime. Not on our dime. Not on our dime. Not on our dime. That is what we are calling for. And we are calling for it because we know that the days of that inconsistency, the days of drawing the line at Palestine, those days are over. And when I introduced this legislation in Albany as part of this wonderful coalition, I was told by some of my colleagues that you are alone in this belief. You are alone in this thought. We have more than 250 people here today, and I do not feel alone at all. We have had more than 4,000 letters sent to state elected officials. I'm sorry, 5,000 of this legislation. What we are calling for is the end of our complicity as New Yorkers. And we know it will be a long battle, but you cannot win if you do not start. This is the beginning of that battle. Because we have organizations masquerading as charities. Organizations like Friends of Ateret Kohanim who file 990 forms claiming that their funds are educational. There is nothing educational
sensational about dispossession. There is nothing charitable about violence. We know that. Every normal person knows that. But when it comes to politics, they want to create an exception. So who is ready to end the exception? I want to hear you say, not on our dime. Not on our dime. Not on our dime. Not on our dime. I will leave you with this. We are told time and again that this country opposes settlements. We are told that international law opposes settlements. It's time that our reality reflects that. We are tired of your rhetoric. We want to see it in reality. We are tired of hearing one thing and subsidizing another. If New York State stands for justice, there must be no exceptions. So I want to see a show of hands. Who has already sent a letter to their elected representative? I see a lot of hands, but I don't see all. So I want you to take your phone out. I know this is so annoying when they ask for this, but trust me. You take your phone out and you type in notonourdime.com/take action. If you do that, and I promise you it'll take 1 minute, you will change the calculus and you will make sure that our convictions are what we see in the legislation we pass in Albany. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is so lovely to see all of you here. And I know that we are going to win. And every day we do this, we bring that day much closer. Thank you so much.
No exceptions! 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 Justice for all! No exceptions! Justice for all! No exceptions! Justice for all! No exceptions! No exceptions! All right, yo. Who sent an email? Raise your hand. Who just sent an email? Great. I'm gonna ask you to also send a text. In fact, send 3 texts. Right now, take 2 minutes. We're gonna wait. These guys play music. We're gonna have them play some music. You're gonna take 2 minutes and send a text to 3 of your friends and ask them to sign the bill at the address that you just sent an email from, notonourdime.com, and you know the rest. So go for it. Take 2 minutes and we'll come right back. Go!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
So you moved here
Give it up
recently?
for him.
Like a week, like oh shit, where are you moving from?
All right.
I was upstate for a bit and then Beirut. And now back here.
We've heard
Okay,
about a
but
lot
where do you live now?
of what's happening on the ground in Palestine from
Yeah,
our
I'm going to
speakers.
NYU.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
For like a grad
The
program?
New York connections to these war crimes are not theoretical.
Especially like coming from Beirut.
The U.S. fundraising arm of Ateret Kohanim, the right-wing settler organization that we've heard about, is literally blocks from here. We're going to walk there together. That's how close it is.
That's sick.
I want to give you a sense of Ateret Kohanim in their own words.
It's a dope scene.
You like it?
On their website,
Yeah, let's
the American Friends of Tered Kohanim who we're about to visit, they say that their mission is to return, reclaim, and redeem East Jerusalem. This is what they say. East Jerusalem, as I think you all know, is occupied territory and it's Palestinian land, right?
Yes. Right.
So the question then becomes, return what? What do these guys think they're returning? Well, they're laying claim to houses, ancestral homes. They're laying claim to the furniture in those houses, the food in the refrigerator, and everything there. From the people whose ancestral spaces have gone from generation to generation in families. A question might be, reclaim from whom? Who are they reclaiming this from? Well, they think they're reclaiming it from Palestinians who have been there for generations. And as in the Nakba, as is today, the logic is simple. Indigenous Palestinians out, expatriate settlers in. And the question of redemption, redeem it, how? Well, they want to redeem it by force, with the financial backing of New York State and with the armed backing of the Israeli military. Shame! On their website, they are proudly flouting the Geneva Convention. And today we say, no more. No more. Today we say, no more. No more. No more. No more. No more. No more. Not on our dime. Not on our dime. Not on our dime. Not on our dime.
Let's take a minute to have the fact that you can no longer be a progressive without including Palestine. We are about to march. But before we do, we want to take a photo of this beautiful mass of people to show our power. Hold up your signs high.
Hold up your signs high. We're gonna take a photo. So the photo is happening from over here. On the count of three. Not on our dime. 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 Take it away, Esther.
To honor their instructions. And please get information to march and come back here at the end for our closing.
One last thing. We're taking another photo from that angle. So if everyone could turn around.